Hi there, my name is George, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to transfer a website from one hosting company to SiteGround. This works pretty much with any hosting company as long as you have your site built on WordPress. You can just transfer it from that hosting company to SiteGround. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So in this example, I am going to take this URL, which is a URL that I own. It's in my my little database here of URLs, and it's truckersinsurancequotes.com. Okay, I am going to take this URL and I'm going to transfer it from Bluehost to SiteGround. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy and paste this name here, truckersinsurancequotes.com, and I'm going to go to my backend dashboard for this same site, truckersinsurancequotes.com. And we're going to install a new plugin. Okay, it's a plugin specifically for SiteGround. If you go to Add New and you search for Migrator, okay, this plugin is going to pop up. We're going to install it, and then we are going to activate it. And what happens is once this plugin is activated, on this left column here, you're going to see a new option for SG Migrator. So you're going to click on that, which stands for SiteGround Migrator. Now it's going to ask you for a specific migration token. Okay, so now this token is going to be taken from your SiteGround account. So we're going to go to SiteGround, and inside of our account, we're going to go to the Websites tab. These are all the sites that we have hosted on our SiteGround account. We're going to click on New Website, and then you are going to go to Existing Domain because it's a domain that currently exists under a separate hosting plan. You're going to select, and then now this is where I'm going to copy that domain into. So truckersinsurancequotes.com. I'm going to go Continue. And it always gives you this little message here. The domain you wish to use is not registered in your SiteGround account. You should make sure that you have access to this domain in order to update its DNS settings after your site is created, or your site won't open. So after we create this account here on SiteGround, we're going to open up our DNS settings and adjust those accordingly. I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to hit Continue. And now we're going to migrate the website. And we're going to do super fast WordPress auto migration. Okay, so we're going to hit select and then continue. This is an add-on, so you don't have to add it on if you don't want to. I'm going to hit finish. So now it's just creating the placeholder for our site here. So that's what it's doing, creating your site. This might take a minute or two. Sometimes it's pretty quick, like it just was right now. So what I'm going to do is here now it's offering a migration token, right? Which is what we were asked for here when we were in our Bluehost account, right? So I'm going to copy this token. Okay, so it was successfully copied. I'm going to go back here where it's currently hosted at, and I am going to paste that token in, hit initiate transfer. And now it's basically migrating the site over to SiteGround. Okay, so this is probably going to take a few minutes, maybe like 3, 4, or 5 minutes, something like that. And so while this is working, what I typically do is I take these DNS settings. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Okay, and now I'm going to go to my domain registrar, and I have to point these DNS records over to my new SiteGround hosting account. Okay, so as you can see right now, they're hosted with Bluehost, and I want to change them over to SiteGround. So I'm going to hit name servers. Now, if you're not with Ionos, I am. I mean, you can have GoDaddy or any other name registrar. You're just going to go through the similar steps here. You're going to change the name server settings. So I'm going to hit Edit Name Server. And I'm going to change them from Bluehost to SiteGround. Okay. The only difference with these is the NS1 and NS2. So I am going to save this. These name server settings are now updated. And what we also need to do is, now that we updated the name server settings and we've got the token that's working, we're going to go up to websites and we're going to go to manage. And what you want to do is you want to add the SSL certificate, right? Because otherwise your site, Google just won't load your site, right? Because I mean, it's going to give one of those caution signs or whatnot, that you can't proceed because it doesn't have the SSL certificate on it. So we're going to go add. You can select any one of these, whether it's this Let's Encrypt or the Let's Encrypt wildcard. It really doesn't matter. They're both free. I usually just do this one. It really doesn't matter. So it's already selected. I'm going to hit activate. And this might take a minute as well once you select, because you've got the domain here. So the domain is it's the proper one. And then we're going to hit select and Let's Encrypt. That's the one that we chose. And now we're going to hit get. Okay, so this might take a minute or two, but the other site where you have the other hosting account where you have your site hosted at is also migrating. And so you can see here that it's got 263 files of the 1,233 that are downloaded. So this is going to take a few minutes to download and to migrate and all that. This is also going to take a couple of minutes to do. And once this is set, once it's ready, once the certificate has been assigned to this domain, then I will just come back and we'll finish this up. So I'm going to pause this now and come back when all of this is done. Okay, so this took a little longer than I had anticipated, but depending on the number of files that you have, yours might take a lot less time, or it might take a lot more time. So it just depends. But as you can see, the migration has completed successfully. And on the SiteGround end of things, the certificate has now been issued. One thing we have to do on the SiteGround account is we have to go over to the left column here and go to the HTTPS Enforce tab. So I'm going to click on that. And this little icon here that is grayed out, we want to highlight it. So we basically want to activate it and turn it on. I'm just going to click on that. And now it was successfully activated. So from the SiteGround end, we're perfectly fine now. We have everything done that we need to get done. And now on this end, the trucker's insurance quote files and all that was on my Bluehost account is now completely transferred over to SiteGround, and the process has been completed. We also did go over to my Ionos account, and we updated those name server settings. So if we scroll down here, we see this URL here, and we can see that those were also updated as well. So now if I go to the URL insurancequotes.com, and everything looks to be in working order, it looks to be good. So that is how you transfer a domain from any other hosting company to SiteGround, as long as it's on a WordPress platform. Okay, thanks. Take care. Hopefully this helped. Bye-bye.